You can't do this and not have an eye to appreciate, to understand how privileged we are in being able to see the world that not everybody sees, and do it in these authentic cars.
We love the adventure, we love the fresh air, we love being able to see the people, to see the mountains, to smell the countries we drive through. We love the challenge. I was here in 1997, and to be honest, I can't believe I've come back. It's a totally different experience. We're going to have an awful lot of adventure, that's a given, and most of us are going to break down. That's when you have your most fun. That's when you meet people that you weren't expecting to meet, and things happen to the car that, quite frankly, you probably didn't even know existed, that you need to fix.
The places you go through, I mean, you don't see anything like that anywhere. And I mean, I work in motorsports, I travel all over the world, and nothing gets as close to what we see here. Even the Dakar. I mean, Dakar is a wonderful adventure, but, you know, you're stuck in like one country. We go through 12 countries. I mean, that's, if you think about it, it's just absolutely insane.
We're looking forward to 15,000 kilometres of entertainment, probably is the best description I'll come up with, over 37 days, a few rest days, a ferry crossing, a flight, and lots of sand and gravel and lots of interesting sights to see.
I've flown over it so many times on the way to Hong Kong or something like that, and I've looked down from the airplane across those deserts and I thought, bloody hell, it must be really good to go there. So we're going to go. Yep.
I think that exploring the world with a classic car is romantic, it's historic, it's reminiscent of a different age, it's a great experience. And this rally is the mama of all rallies. It's the one that you drive through the biggest landmass on Earth. You drive through 12 countries. I mean, who does that?
Read about it in 1997, followed the 97 rally, and I watched every YouTube video to build this car. I've been dreaming of it for 28 years, and now I'm here, and it's fantastic.
I don't think there's anything like it in the world. Just to see the countries, enjoy the people, and you know, just a fantastic experience from go to woe. Hopefully the car keeps going.
In February, I lost my brother. He had neuroendocrine cancer, and the ribbon and color signifying neuroendocrine cancer is the zebra stripe, and sadly he's not with us physically, but he's definitely in this car.
As chairman of the company, it's not really elegant to be uber competitive, and I'm naturally competitive, so I'd rather put myself in a difficult position and challenge, you know, myself. So let's see if I could do it on my own. So this gadget here is my navigator, so when I'm driving I can just use the toggle that will hopefully scroll that so I can see the tulip, and I quite like the idea of it, and hopefully it'll inspire other people to join this adventure in a solo class.
Look, I'm 51. If I don't do it now, when am I going to do it? And I wanted to do the whole thing, really. It's a great adventure. We'll see. I got 3 navigators. Nobody could do the whole thing. Nobody wanted to do the whole thing with me. So I enlisted three in different places. But, you know, 3 victims, I guess, you know, makes it interesting.
So excited. We've been waiting for years to do this, and we're finally here. It's a really nice and exciting feeling. I couldn't sleep last night trying to get through everything, but yeah, finally, let's go.
I did it in 2019 with my wife. This time I'm doing it with 2 of my sons and a friend. I'm in the Roadster and the Fangio, my 2 sons in.
This is a 1917 American LaFrance. It was originally in Reno, Nevada. It was their first motorised fire appliance. We've put a couple of back seats in it and the roof on and the windscreen. We're just going to have to get out there and find out how it goes.
In Paris, guys. Okay, that's it. You've set off, guys, and this is it. This is the beginning of the 2025 Peking to Paris.
We've done like 70 kilometers. So far, so good. Having a great time.
My son Chris, he's my navigator. We want to try this adventure together. It's something that we've been planning for a couple of years.
2, 1, go!
On a nice straight line, it's very pleasant to drive, but as soon as you want to turn anywhere or change gears, it's very, very difficult. When we get to the desert, well, that's when the real grand adventure starts.
Good second day. The rally section was brilliant. I had an interesting lunchtime where we towed someone into the garage stop. It's good fun. First day, second day, good fun.
No, 120. Well, they're really enthusiastic. They're asking interesting questions. Their English is amazing. So it's a pleasure to try and join in with the community.
So far it was great. Many potholes, but we really enjoyed it. It was amazing.
We've never done a rally before, so we're going big or going home. This was our first rally. We got a little lost yesterday, but the Chinese people have been amazing. These hotels and cities have been amazing, and I think our impression of China is just great.
We were 7th on the first day, so we were very, very pleased with that because we're very inexperienced. But yesterday went a bit tragically wrong, so we've lost about 4 minutes. So we're way down midfield now. So we've got a lot of work to do to carry on getting things right in the hope that we creep back up the league table.
It looks pretty racy, doesn't it? Like, you'd think we're in a NASCAR outing. In reality, we've been here for 15 minutes, and it's all good. We're in China, and we're having a great time.
Yeah, just having a great time. It's as good as it gets. It's the World Series of rallying, so it's awesome.
Yeah, just take your time. There's no panic. There's no rush. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
China is like something completely different than what we're all used to. So you see a country, you see it really from the inside. And that makes all the difference, I think, in my opinion, compared to most other rallies where you go through countries you already know. This is just an entirely new world, a very strange and different world, interesting, exciting world.
Incredible to go deeper into China, different landscape, great atmosphere, the car is holding, which is all I can ask for, so brilliant so far.
I've been into rallying for decades already, and little by little this has grown onto me, of doing one-day rallies, one-week rallies, up to this event, which is epic, which is bucket list material.
There you go.
The truck brought us here, and now we are waiting for fixing it. We have battery, we have electricity, but in between the battery and the sparking, it doesn't work. Something is wrong.
My dad has cracked the radiator, so it's coming out, and hopefully we can weld it.
You know, in this rallying game, there are two creatures. One's called a navigator, one's called a driver. It needs to be understood that navigators win rallies, the driver merely decides by how much.
The road book is actually excellent, so navigation is pretty easy. We're sometimes discussing about the rules of the sections, but that's a different story.
Different opinions about the rules, it makes it a little tricky.
With the help of the staff, they've nursed us along. We are holding up the entire rally from the bottom at the moment. But chances are we won't be there when we get to Paris. We'll be travelling across the desert today using equipment that we've never used before. So it's going to be an interesting day for us.
So because he has a beautiful white shirt, he supervises. So he stops the other participants to help, and then manage the others to help me. Best way. My shirt cannot get dirty. Yeah, not today. Maybe tomorrow, but today is not the right day. We just start the rally. Come on.
It was unbelievable this morning. Lots of adventures, lots of flat tires. I mean, unbelievable, really.
Fantastic roads. Certainly the off-road stuff has been awesome. It's just a great day. It's lunchtime now at about 1 o'clock. We're all in the shade having our sandwiches, and then we're about to go 180 clicks to our next destination. All good.
Challenge of driving all the way from Peking to Paris. I think you shouldn't underestimate that. It's organised, so you're doing a lot of rough roads. It's, so you've got to look after the car, you've got to look after yourself. You see how the world changes as you go, and it'll continue to change as we drive. It's a privilege, it's a fantastic opportunity.
I have friends who are telling me now, Sabine, at our age, we have to be careful. Well, I want to do exactly the opposite.
I like to travel and I like to see everything. I've got a group of children who are very interested in Peking, Paris. But we called the group, the app group, the Peking to Paris. My first name is Peek, so I sent them every day a short story about what we are doing, and they're really interested in the surroundings and the people.
It's just lovely sitting here, watching everyone chatting, and it's a lovely place to be. All day, every day at work, I'm busy and family and friends, and then you're here and all you've got is the rally, and it's an odd feeling, but right now it's a good feeling.
They were following rally route and then they couldn't reconcile where they were, so they started following the garment and they beached the car. Our assistants went back to pick them up, unbeached them, and now it's, 8 o'clock arrived, and so they've had another 12-hour day. They've done 200 kilometers more than everybody else, but they're here, and I think that's great.
Have you got your paper? Because I think your necklace is so beautiful. Thank you. Guys have it.
Definitely noisy. I think I counted 7 different snoring people around me.
Had a good evening last night. I've met some lovely people. It was really nice.
Great night last night, celebrating with the locals up there on the party. We had a great time with them. Up on stage dancing. It was awesome.
It was a good vibe. Bar was busy. Food was excellent. Yeah, and it's a lovely morning today. It looks like the temperature's going to be up a bit again today, and then another camp tonight in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
The rally in general has been amazing. Last night, I decided to have this brand new mattress that I brought from the UK, and the whole thing deflated in the middle of the night, and I couldn't get up. So it wasn't the most comfortable, but you really do feel like you're doing a rally. So I think that's the point, isn't it? Now I've got to just try and get JT out of bed. He's not the quickest in the mornings.
Thank you.
Blizzards when there's snow. I'm not that keen on sand blizzards, and it's everywhere. It's pouring into the car through the cracks, and it gets in your eyes.
I've got no idea really where we are, but it's blowing a bloody hoolie, and I've been wearing these. So
I've been invited by the villages people and the mayor in the tent over there, okay, to test their alcohol. Okay, they extract alcohol from a plant they found in the desert, and so it was very fine, very gentle, very gentle.
It's a sleeping bag. It's not a coat.
coming in through here, it took just a little bump, and I heard like ding, 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 and I found a little bracket, which is kind of wedges itself underneath the mount from one of my headlamps, which was just dangling off. So a real thank you moment, because lucky to have it here. So Paul and Mark are kindly putting it together while I get on and making sure I don't end up in Bhutan later this afternoon. He's chipper, he's great, doesn't complain.
We have a hazy idea of what we're going to do next. Hazy.
Hazy. We just do what the book tells us to do.
Seats, and this is what happens. When the navigator drives sometimes and the driver navigates. Hey.
The desert has been a little grueling, a little hot, then it was cold, then it was dusty. It's been a bit of everything. We survived part of the Gobi, and there's still plenty to go, so looking forward to the next few days.
Now we have a nice hotel and a good shower in a few hours, so everything top.
What a crowd!
We've broken the ignition, and we got overheating, and we got oil pressure problems, and anything else you want to throw at us. And it's day 6.
The scenery was unbelievable, incredible panoramic views, the size of the mountains, snow. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, I love it. I think especially today was incredible going through those mountains. The landscape was out of this world. And my husband likes driving fast, so those rough roads were brilliant.
The rough stuff's been rough, and it's shaken us apart a bit. We've just had to reattach some headlights, but she's holding up.
We've been going through those time controls, just absolute sideways, gravel, mud, sand. It's just been awesome. I mean, the scenery and the views around that last stage were just epic, absolutely epic. Can't say enough about it. It's been fantastic.
In the tulips, there's a little note saying "Be careful of the bump." We went over it, and I think that just finished it off. So we're here waiting for the flatbed to pick us up. So we're hoping to find
I suppose, a welder, a local welder who's interested in Bentleys and can put this back together for us because we're desperate to obviously get to Paris.
I have to admit the highlight was definitely yesterday, going up to 3,400 meters, seeing the snow, having this track through the gravel and through the desert. Quite an exciting and demanding track for us, but also for the car.
It was great, but rough, tough, and really a hard way. There was 70 kilometers on a road I've never seen in my life before. This was so incredible.
Dopo alcuni giorni sei fuori dal mondo, sei in un'altra vita, ti scordi della vita quotidiana. Io e Roberto la prima volta nel 97 abbiamo fatto la Pechino-Parigi, siamo credo l'unico equipaggio che ha partecipato alla prima volta e poi vantiamo 7 partecipazioni a questa bellissima manifestazione.
The 500 is such a wonderfully easy car. It takes him 4 minutes to do all the spanner checks and the daily maintenance. So Fabio is like, make me do something. So I said, can you help me with the plugs? Second, while I start greasing everything up. But what a wonderful car. They still haven't found the replacement starter motor, so they've just been pushing it with one hand every morning to get it going. So, Forza 500.
Oh, nice one, thanks. A lot of this is spare parts. We had included a clutch master cylinder and receiving cylinder. We thought, well, we'll never use it. Well, it turns out we have a leak in the master cylinder, which will be easily replaced by the spare part we brought along.
We have a broken window crank. That's the extent of our damage so far, so that's pretty good. We'll take that.
So I prepare the cars for Brian. Just getting that continuity in the car together of how we both work and what he wants to hear and what I want to tell him was difficult for the first couple of days, but yesterday it gelled. It really gelled yesterday and it was good, really good.
Seduto, c'è solo, un sacco di spazio. The greatest rallyman, the greatest. 1997, he did the first rally with Philippe Young.
Yeah,
this guy,
yeah.
Amazing.
In 2000, around the world in 80 days.
We've learned a hell of a lot, but we're too wild and we've damaged the car, but not, fortunately, the damage that we've done is not critical. So little bits of damage, but if we carried on like that, we'd never make it. So we have to calm down. And Brian says, if I do anything wrong, just shout at me. It's impossible because we're both the same and we're both trying to make up time. No matter what, it's do or die. And we've always been like that, so you can't change, leopard can't change its spots.
The vibration yesterday were very, very rough. So we lost a few nuts. So now I'm checking and fixing everything, but nothing very serious. So only normal mechanics in those conditions, you know. So we are used to and we are prepared to.
We lost a valve, and I can't thank ERA Mechanics, Paul and Tim enough. They were so helpful and they got it all back together. So we're getting ahead of the rally so we can fully prepare it to get across Kazakhstan. So it's a conservative approach.
That was probably the dustiest day so far, and we kept out of other cars, but it was just impossible. Here's Sue's Cafe, with thank God, not only do we get some goodies, but we actually get to stop, and just rest a bit.
It's all great. A bit dusty. We start in the morning with all different colors clothes, and we end the day with all the same different shades of beige.
A sound under the car, which sounded something was loose. And indeed the mechanics found something loose, but I'm not going to tell you what it was.
Come around a corner, it wouldn't come off steering right, so I think we'd lost the wheel all the way around. I'm amazed we haven't done the arches.
We just hit a bump. Or several. The only way to drive is enthusiastically, so otherwise what are we doing here?
Just one of the best days today. All off-road bar the last 30 miles maybe. I'm pleased to say that we are in first position. But in 2019 on this rally, I was in first position at this point in time. Only for, on the very next day, things to all go wrong.
This is where the chassis snapped 2 days ago. Where the wheel bracket is, that's another plate we've had to weld on and weld because we had two cracks. One complete break in the chassis, and we inspected the rest of the chassis, and this had a massive crack in it. So we went to a Chinese. I mean, they were good, weren't they? They were good. They weren't that cheap though. They weren't that cheap. We thought it'd be a lot cheaper than it was.
How quick it goes in China to go from like big cities to mountains with snow and the desert. So yeah, it's a great adventure, and really proud to do it with my father.
The total combination of the age of the car and our ages is 251, so welcome to the 251 club.
The carburetor was loose and we lost 3 screws. Of course they are English, and that makes it more difficult because they're not metric, and so they are hard to find.
I believe this is the very first four-wheel drive vehicle to ever enter the Peking to Paris, and it's completely standard. We haven't rally prepared it, and so far we've had no issues at all, no maintenance. It's going perfectly.
It's going okay, the car's behaving perfectly well. The roads haven't been too bad so far. Nothing's broken, nothing's falling off, we're having loads of fun.
Jerry cans because we were just being helpful to the other competitors, and then found out when we went to the next petrol station that we weren't allowed to fill the jerry cans. So this gentleman very kindly allowed us to siphon the fuel out of his tank down the road. We filled our cans, and then he went back in, pretended he hadn't been in the petrol station, and filled up.
If someone runs out on the road, Paul gives it to them. It just helps everyone, so it's a good news story.
We might have been over-braking yesterday. The braking was off, was not right. So we drove carefully today and have a look. We don't know yet what the problem is, but we'll go on.
A lot of people have problems with the cars.
I wouldn't say mechanics, I would say magicians are doing everything that we are not on the flatbed, but we are still moving.
Abbiamo capito che la nostra povera Lucia, che è il nome della macchina, sullo sterrato poverino proprio non ce la fa. Adesso abbiamo trovato un'altra parte di meccanica danneggiata, speriamo di riuscire a ripararla, ma comunque non molliamo, andiamo avanti.
So now the cooling fan has broken and we have to go and mend it. Just another little problem, day 10.
We were hearing something, and so we slowed down, and then it just slid down there, and there's no parking signs here, so yeah, we're chilling here now.
That was okay. Lost a bit, some bolts and some nuts, that's all. And now securing our fuel.
We've got a fuel issue.
The mechanics have been trying every night. Well, it gets fixed every night and then it goes for 100 kilometres and then decides to stop again.
We've had breakdown after breakdown after breakdown. We ended up taking the electronic ignition off, putting points in. That seemed to do it for a while. Then we pulled up here and now we've got no gears at all. Look, it's like a porridge stirrer.
We've fixed all the petrol pumps, we've fixed all the broken bits of suspension, and we're off again tomorrow, and it's about time because we've had a bit of a frustrating little spell. But now everybody's back and it's lovely. It's really good.
This is knackered. That's knackered. Today we locked it with the map light. 4 hours of gravel. And a driver that probably drives too fast.
Long, rough day. Very rough day. We damaged a couple of shock absorbers. We're just going to change those tonight and be back in the game tomorrow, I hope. All going well.
And one more of us. There you go.
We took like 3 hours to get 75 kilometers. And a certain turn, we went on a bump that was too big because we got stuck and the car was completely stuck. Fortunately, we had you guys coming after us and helping us to pull us out.
The distributor arm in here broke off and the coil stopped working, so we're stuck up at, you know how windy it was yesterday, it's probably force 9, up at the top of that sort of desert ridge.
It took me 4 hours to do effectively 50 kilometers.
Unbelievable. The car is spluttering. Not happy.
My timing went off, so I wasn't having a lot of power. That made me stop on the hills, and to try to restart from the hills, I overheated the clutch.
If I stop, I can't jump start it unless I've got a bit of a hill with the starter motor. The starter motor will break.
The wind is about, I don't know, 60 kilometers an hour, 70 maybe. It's, I've never seen anything like that. Anyway, I got to the end of the regularity and the timing went off again and it was undrivable and we had wind against us. So I couldn't service the car because I I simply couldn't work outside. It was just too dangerous. And I sat there for, I don't know, 5-6 hours till I was recovered. And then that took another 6-7 hours.
I'm behind the windscreen. This is how much it curls around. This is just outside the windscreen. Okay?
And we got in at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Enjoying the traffic, huh?
It's been a struggle as a solo driver, driven through some amazing conditions, but what a beast.
We've been eating sand for 12 days and now we're in this beautiful country where there's like sheep and cows and greenery and nice views and it's cooler. Could not have been better.
Chin chin. Chin.
We're promoting the Peking to Paris rally event by visiting the people and showing off the cars.
They're just plying us with 3 bottles of beer, so we're happy. No, it's great. Good to see everyone out and about.
A great atmosphere, the people are loving it, and we're loving it. And they've given me the beer, and every time I get a beer, I put it in the car because I'm not drinking alcohol anymore. And every time they see me empty-handed, they go and put another beer in my hand, so I can't get away from it.
On top of the world. I keep grinning all the time. Such a great group of people, great, amazing driving experience, wonderful. One of the best experiences I've ever had. The scenery and the vista and the countryside and the people are absolutely fantastic. Can't say anything else.
This is my first rally ever. And every day I have to pinch myself.
We had a great conversation with these 2 policemen using Google Translate about who we were, why we were here. But before we left, they said to us, "Do you want to have dinner with us?" So we go into their separate police quarters, and I said to this policeman, "How about a hat?" So we got on very well, and here I am in his outfit.
Well, waking up in such a fantastic place is marvelous. Absolutely superb. What an experience, what an adventure. Amazing.
We're leaving China tomorrow. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. The country's extraordinary. So we'll see what Kazakhstan has to offer. I think it's going to be hard, and by the feel of the hotel tonight, very, very hot.
This whole P2P is just an adventure, and I think you got to embrace it as that. We're stoked that we're here. We're with the rest of the rally at this point. We've got a differential coming in, and we plan to, put the right foot down and go hard the rest of the rally.
China was spectacular. China was amazing, welcoming, friendly.
And we are really, really grateful for car 17. 2 days ago we broke a wheel bearing and we didn't have the spare part, and they stopped and gave us the spare part, and we can continue. This is the man who brought us again to racing.
The representation of the spirit of race.
Yeah,
generosity,
yeah. So
and partnership.
Once more a very hard day. We went to a wonderful canyon, and now we are here and are looking forward to a nice dinner.
We were driving in here, and the Austrian guys from for the escort told us this looks like Europe. And already see the girls on the entry, just like decadent.
I've had 14 very interesting and some very tough days through China. So we're now in Kazakhstan. It was quite aggressive driving coming into Almaty, so that was good fun. The cars are running well. So what more could you have?
I got him from the market in Beijing. I was in the market looking for a good Garmin, a GPS, and then some old person told me that cricketers actually make great navigators. So I decided to roll with it.
I think every day is just blurred into one, but you know what? The people on it, real good crowd, real camaraderie.
Yeah, it really is a people event, you know. I mean, yes, there's cars involved, but that's a sort of common interest, and then the common purpose of getting to Paris just brings it all together.
So we snapped the leaf spring yesterday, so we've just been replacing that, and thankfully we had a spare part on the back of the car for it. So a bit of an unexpected job, especially hungover, but we got it done.
Well, we have to go to a repair shop to check the tires and also the trip meter and the door, the passenger door, which doesn't work anymore. So we have to fix that before we go tomorrow morning.
We thought about cleaning the car,
but no, because it's gonna get dirty in 2 days.
It's not the right day today.
So no need to clean. We have a massage in 1 hour. So
1 o'clock.
We are busy.
So tomorrow's 780k, so it'll be the toughest day so far. A lot of gravel, sand and dust, but it'll be good fun. Looking forward to it.
I've heard the dust is a lot finer through the Aral seabed, so that's where we're camping for a couple of nights back to back. So yeah, we've just got to manage that. I think that's going to be the challenge.
a very long road and a regularity in the sand. That was really beautiful. Yeah, but our car don't have the speed to go 50 miles an hour on the RT, so we do it lazy.
Got lost the regularity, but it was good fun.
And then the speed testing, that was very good. Didn't do too badly.
Yeah. So we just finished the first Pink Floyd album. We're going to go straight to the second Pink Floyd album now. See how we get on.
It was alright. We had a lot of fun on the so-called track, I think it was called, and then we had the sandy regularity, which was also quite fun. We didn't went too wild on it, but yeah, we had fun.
The day's been long, but really good fun. It's the first day that Michael and I have actually been rallying together, because I've been a solo driver for the first 15 days. So it's really nice to have two of us in the car.
Loved the sand regularity and that speed thing. That was amazing, really. And even this, once you launch it, it's like an elephant. You know, it gains speed. You know, when you gain speed, it's fun.
I think we went over the step today and the scenery was just breathtaking. It was really, the light was right, everything was great. So all in all, fantastic day.
I'm looking forward to actually the hard day, off-road. That's what I built it for. So I want everybody to throw their worst at it, so that we can earn our keep when we get to Paris.
Well, Kazakhstan's always been on my bucket list to visit, so that was just amazing just to be here. To see just the people, the food, the sights. I want to do the desert run by the pipeline.
Never been to Kazakhstan and the place is lovely. The roads are either really, really good or really, really challenging. So.
We've just made a decision right now not to go on the desert. Yeah, we don't think it'd make it, we don't think it'd manage, and it's all important to get to Baku. It's all important to get to Paris. So we're going to go the long way, and it's just a tactical decision.
I mean, that thing was way over.
Problems with the fan already for days. Yeah, some water came out, some steam. She was angry because it's this car. She just told us go a little bit slower. She was a little bit mad at us. She steamed off.
Going about 45 miles an hour, and he just missed the corner completely, and down we went. Bong, bang, crash, dawn. The doors flew open, all pulled the screws out, and there wasn't so much as an apology. I mean,
well, nor is there going to be one.
This is back in Paris, so we knew that nobody said it was easy.
It's good fun. I mean, the people we met, places we've seen.
The people are the best bit, really, aren't they? I mean, this lot, as well as the people you meet in the petrol station. It's really, really nice.
Dust is very, very thin. It's all over the place, but it also makes it so that when you're driving fast, the car just flies right over the sand dunes, and it's really, really fun. So great roads, great people. We've got probably 7 or 8 cars in our group right now, and we're having a great day, but it's flat out and it's really fun.
Today's been a wonderful experience coming across the desert and through the hills over the rough ground, so big deep ruts and everything, but it's like anything else. If you take it nice and steady and carry on, you'll be at the camp at the end of the day.
So in '97, I took this old Bentley on the Peking Paris Rally, and it changed my life because I learned a lot about travel, I learned a lot about people, I learned a lot about culture, countries. You know, driving through Iran, we drove through Pakistan, I'm meeting Iranians, I'm meeting Pakistani people. It was just awesome. You know, driving through Tibet, through Nepal, in a vintage car, it was spectacular, absolutely amazing.
Well, the route's been amazing. Sometimes quite brutal. We've had a few challenges with the car, but we're slowly getting through those and fixing those. And today is a day of getting ourselves back together so that we can tackle the European leg of the challenge.
The competition side of it's fabulous. It's challenging, difficult. You know, it's really difficult to make the time, especially on some of the FTZs. So it's very challenging, which is the fun part of it.
I'm so glad we're out of the big rough. But other than that, it's great. I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of Azerbaijan and Georgia, of course, and Turkey. I'm actually deep down inside in super good spirits. I've got a lot of energy.
We're doing a clutch for the second time. We had a failure just before Almaty, towed it to Almaty. Thought we fixed it, and unfortunately it lasted just enough to get back to the hotel from the shop. Ended up having to tow it from Almaty to Baku. Got the right parts, and back in the races again. So we start tomorrow, ready to take it on again.
We bent the steering arm the other day, hitting a massive hole in the road. Second time I've done it. But thankfully we got another spare, so just need to pop it back on.
I've somehow been conned into helping Haggis put an engine in. As you can see, he's got a choice of bits. We're trying to build one out of two that'll work, hopefully. See what happens.
And Haggis can work his magic hopefully today and pop it back in, ready for tomorrow morning.
So the mission today is we are heading westward across Azerbaijan. We're in Baku at the moment.
Where we've come from is dusty and bumpy and rough on the cars, and I think the next field will be a little different. A lot of downtime, so I know I'm ready to get kind of back at it.
So more as you go along, you just want to get to the other end. There's quite a big off-road section today with irregularity. We've got to figure out, are we going to participate in that particular bit? It's quite rough, it's all volcanic. So our head is saying, look, just keep the car in one piece, and then our heart is going, bugger it, let's go and do it. So we'll probably end up doing it.
absolutely full on. We didn't think we were going to drop as much time as we did in the end, but just couldn't do anything about it. So lots of off cambers, lots of ruts, lots of off cambers with ruts and tight corners. So yeah, it was pretty exciting. It's what you come here for, and we got it in spades today.
Sharp left-hand bend over a rise, engine cuts, we go off-road. Fortunately, not too steep, down into the valley. Oh, the fuse went on the ignition then. We completed the STC, but not in the time we should have done.
You had to be on your toes. You could end up either in a ravine or, yeah, it could really come undone. But anyway, we just took it steady and here we are.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
I think it's the head gasket. I think she just quit on us.
Did a section this morning and we had a bit of misfiring. After lunch we came down that mountain and we were drawing a lot of fuel through, and we managed to clear the jets, which has been fantastic. So it's now running absolutely perfectly, but it is mighty hot out here, but it's great. We're having really good fun and it's a great day.
Someone said it's about 46 degrees, so therefore it's about 86 degrees in our car, but we're cooling down.
For me, it was an important day because I got out of Azerbaijan, which I didn't do last year. And I have to say, I thought Azerbaijan was absolutely stunning. Really, really great. It's also just wonderful to be able to travel through different countries and see the different stages of their development. And I've never been to Georgia, and I've got a lot of good friends in Georgia. And I'm really grateful to be here.
I think the welcome we received in Azerbaijan was quite amazing. You know, I needed help last night with the car, and people were turning out, you know, opening garages up at 9 o'clock in the middle of a thunder and lightning storm, and then didn't really want to charge us anything. You know, it's been absolutely fantastic. And so far the welcome in Georgia has been really positive, everyone waving, and you know, it's been a good day.
The Republic of San Marino is a very small country. It is one of the smallest in the world, and we are happy to race with this symbol of the Italian heritage and at the same time of the San Marino, let's say, history.
The bolts from the engine builder didn't get torqued down right, so we took it down, took the head off last night, we have a new gasket, put the gasket back on, but it started raining so bad that we just couldn't finish. So we had to tow to here, and we're going to finish it tonight.
Just delete the tulip.
Delete it.
Delete it. Okay, next one.
26.6 tulip 7.
26.6 tulip.
Great morning.
I'm a replacement driver. Sadly, the previous driver had to leave. I was called up, and of course, this is an opportunity I'm not going to miss. So I'm here with Alfonso, and we're going to try and make it to the end. The whole concept is, of course, fabulous. It's one of the last adventures you can have, I believe. It's superb.
We are passing from Georgia to Turkey, and we were promised a swift border crossing, 20 minutes. I think we've been here about an hour already, but that's just the way that things go on these events. and we're just sitting in the sun, watching the world go by, and when it happens, it happens.
Fantastic. The landscape, the ambience, the cars, even the waiting at the borders. It's part of the culture. Love it.
I love Georgia. I was here 25 years ago with the first rally with Era, and it's a big change. Big change also in Baku, and I'm impressed by this area.
If it wasn't for Patrick, who has invited me and then bullied me into this, I wouldn't be here. And now I'm so thankful that he did that for me. So I stepped in when he needed, and I'll step out when he needs, which is in Istanbul.
You know, we can organize events all over the world, but we can never put together the right people to really create that spirit of camaraderie. But this bunch really did it by themselves. That's on them.
We've gone from not being very competitive and messing about at the start to actually getting the hang of it and being quite competitive. So we're actually running third at the moment, which is brilliant, and certainly not somewhere we expected to be. And if we can hold that until Paris, that would be fantastic.
I really wanted to have a go at taking a Pioneer, you know, in the true spirit of Borghese and Guzzardi. We have the privilege of fuel outlets. They had to plan and send it out by camel, and they had no backup crew. They had to do it all on their own, so I'm proud of them.
Yesterday was so scenic, one of the most scenic routes we've ever done, I would say, and looking forward to today.
It's much more than a rally. The fact of driving from Beijing to Paris, it's the largest landmass available that you can go through. If you look already what we've done of over 10,000 kilometers in a car, it's unbelievable.
So this is Turkey on two sides. And I've now got to work out where we are, but I think I've got eastern Turkey here somewhere.
Il rally è fantastico, un'esperienza clamorosa, siamo passati attraverso scenari meravigliosi. Ieri è stata una strada, una delle più belle strade che abbiamo mai fatto su un'autovettura, quindi devo dire super emozionante, super bello, sicuramente impegnativo con pioggia, sterrato, salite importanti, e con la 500 è una sfida importante, però ci divertiamo e per ora stiamo portando a termine la missione.
Great terrain, just a lot of fun. Got a little sideways at a couple spots. We fixed the car, so knock on wood, doing great. Man, this is such a good time. I love it.
This part of Turkey, eastern Turkey, is really stunning, high level. You know, a lot of it's above 2,000 meters and just absolutely beautiful scenery, so really enjoying it.
It is a huge challenge. It's a challenge especially for the cars. There should be a bit of an equilibrium between what you are doing with the car and of course how the car is prepared. Because I think that we physically are in good shape so that we can do it. But some of the cars, they were really suffering.
I've enjoyed the scenery, made a lot of new friends, enjoyed the off-roading in China and Kazakhstan. That's probably my highlights, but see what comes next.
We happened to be in the area when a very well-established rally, the Hittiti rally, and the organizers said, well, actually, why don't you come and go under the arch before their rally starts, and this is what we're doing. So this is a wonderful classic car friendship meeting, completely random, unprompted, and we've made new friends, and we're going to do more things together.
We're driving along through a village and I was too busy talking and not watching, and the car slipped off the road into a slurry pit. Then another competitor came along and dragged us out, and we thought, well, nothing else can go wrong today. And at 2:05, the gear stick just came away in my hand. It's by 5 to 3, believe it or not. We've got it all removed, taken it to somewhere, got it welded up, got it back in the car, and we're back on the road. So it's been a day from hell, but never mind. It's all part of the daily challenge of this event, which is fantastic.
So this is the Bosphorus Bridge, everyone. Look how beautiful. The busiest strait, I think, in the world. Something like that. As we leave Asia and join the European continent, effectively. So thank you, Asia, for everything you've given us. Here, Europe, good to see you again. And yeah, just a little edge closer.
We've burnt the clutch out, but we found out that some of the clutch bolts were loose.
Can I take this?
Yeah. So, luckily we had a spare clutch. It's going in now. The sweep's doing an amazing job helping us. And hopefully we'll be back on the road tomorrow.
The engine got on fire, so the boys here were amazing. Without them, we would have quit it, because when you see the engine on fire, you think this is it, back home, you know. But the boys said, no, let's keep going, let's keep going. So they gave us the motivation to keep going. And now everything is mostly fixed, you know. So it's day to day, surviving, and this is what Paris to Peking is.
Done all the checks, we're now just having a little clean up to make sure there's no other issues with the car or anything, and there's a couple of bolts this morning that haven't been loose so far, that have been, so I've got to keep on top of it. You know, if you're not careful, you can relax and think, oh, we're okay, we're only doing road mileage, but actually, you know, you're still doing a lot of road mileage, little bits of off-road, there's things waiting to catch you out.
Once we're back home and all is over, I'm going to miss it. You know, it's something that you will not, easily forget. At least for me, which being the first time doing it, it's kind of, remarkable. Got to see places that I've never seen before. Got to meet great people during the whole trip.
The lack of sleep, the sun, the heat, 45 degrees in the car for nearly 12 hours. It was very demanding. I feel very strong. Or at least much stronger than I felt when I started this rally.
If you told us at the start of the rally, or even 2 or 3 weeks ago, that we'd be leading at the final rest day, probably wouldn't have believed you. So yeah, it's very pleasant and good surprise.
We're holding our own position and gaining a little bit of time, but actually it's back to the fact that other people have to have a major breakdown in order for us to gain our position back that we had. So, but it's going well, we're enjoying it, and it's challenging.
While I was in the rock and roll barber shop, they were all covered in tattoos, and I like a tattoo, and I had intended getting the tattoo when I got home, and I just thought, I could do it today. And right enough, they phoned their local tattoo shop, and I went for it. I said, I want that. He does his bit on the computers and things, prints off the transfer, puts the transfer on your leg, and then he just colours it in.
I'm Patrick's sister, and I came to give him support to arrive in Paris. So we have to, keep the Berg flag high. He keeps the best for last.
When you're pent up with 120 people for a long time, the pranks are bound to start. So here we go. It's going to be a good day.
Our left rear wheel just broke off, the rear axle broke. My incredible good driver, he managed to put the car on the side of the road. Now we're waiting for the towing truck, then we will repair it. Tomorrow afternoon we will be driving again.
I enjoyed the drive. It was a little bit long today, but the road was fantastic. I would have liked more of a sports car than a cruising sedan. I love driving through the villages and seeing the rural architecture. It looks fantastic, quite different from my home.
I think it's been really interesting. It's been a fantastic adventure. But now we get into another country, another day. We're losing track of where we actually are. But it's Paris is very close, and it's getting a bit tense.
Once you go over that bridge, the Bosphorus, once you're halfway over, you are into Europe. There's a big sigh of relief because it makes it more easy if you have issues. It's more sort of usual for us, but it's just nearer home.
There's a lot more navigation to do, but by and large, we're still on track.
We're learning every day, as you might say.
Yeah. By day 37, we'll be perfect.
Yeah, it's a really long rally and hard, and the organisers are putting some tricks into the regularities and trying to put us on the wrong foot, and we've had a really good day. We've only dropped a few seconds, and I think we'll be staying in third place tonight.
Number 17 has Harry with us, and we grew up like a love-hate relationship, when we mix competition with friendliness. And every day we try to beat each other.
Yeah, it's a friendly battle. Yeah, bit of banter, and it's all in the best spirit. You don't want to be a few minutes behind or ahead. You want to be a few seconds behind, and it's a lot more fun.
Es una aventura, es fantástico, es una experiencia de vida, se aprende una barbaridad de mecánica, se aprende una barbaridad de rutas, pero sobre todo lo más importante es la compañía. Personas increíbles, espectaculares, maravillosas. Ha sido una gran sorpresa conocer a todas estas personas.
3 days to go, and we're lying in first place overall in the classics. The 75 Porsche of Harold and Karine is just over 90 seconds behind us, and just behind them is the Escort of Rob and Steve. So yeah, it's a tight competition still, and one mistake and the positions could change very, very quickly.
If it stayed as it was now and we got to Paris in third place, I'd be over the moon.
This is the only Hungarian place where you stop. All I wish is good luck for everybody to reach the goal, and maybe you can come back at a later time when you have more time and you can enjoy the Lake Balaton.
Overall, the mountains are beautiful, the roads are curvy, and we're enjoying it.
China, Kazakhstan, all the places we've been, Azerbaijan, it just keeps coming back in snippets. But yeah, incredible journey, absolutely incredible journey of a lifetime.
She grumbles a bit every now and then, and she screams her head off going downhill when the brakes are applied.
But the car doesn't like it much either.
I think it makes it all worth it when you come through the mountain range there and all the waterfalls and everything. So yeah, it's been a good day. We keep on championing on. Dijon tomorrow. It's finally coming to an end. I just can't believe it. But amazing, really good.
Absolutely had our share of problems the past 4 or 5 days. These mechanics have been a godsend for us. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't, especially for Travis and Ben here. You know, I'm a surgeon, and I've loved watching how they diagnose a problem, they come up with a solution, and they don't quit until they have it completed to the best of their ability and they know it's as safe as possible. In my opinion, these guys are every bit as good at what they do as we like to think we are in an operating room, and that's been very impressive to me.
It's quite incredible that after everything we've been through, 15,000 kilometres between ourselves and the second place car, there's only 52 seconds. So yeah, there's still all to play for in the last days.
A little bit nervous about the regularities today. Looking forward to seeing what tricks the organisers have played on us. But it's going to be a lovely day, great scenery, so just really looking forward to it.
The difficulty is keeping the adrenaline up because you kind of think it's a half day, it's Dijon, anything can happen between now and Paris.
stopped because our friends have got a problem. So if they've got a problem, we thought we'd stop and help, and we'd just check a few tyre pressures while we were there, because we're really on the home run now. We just want to make sure we're as good as we can be.
And here we are with following the Guard Republican is stopping traffic for us to go through, which is a bit of an honor. And we're gonna go into the Palais de la Garde Républicaine, where the arrival arch has been set up for our final moment of this epic 2025 P2P.
What an adventure. Awesome. Let's just run the books backwards, go back. Everybody's on board too, so we need to get going here soon. We need it to be harder.
Right now I feel relieved. That's probably the biggest emotion, is relief. Happy, very happy, and I think you know, it will sink in a little later.
Nick's idea, let's do the Peking Paris Rally. Wouldn't you like to do the Peking Paris Rally? And I said, okay, let's do it in the Bentley, because I did it in 1997 in the same car. So it's his fault that I'm here, but I have to say I've had a really, really great time. Even though he snores a lot.
Yeah. And he sleep talks. And I'm just amazed I managed to last 5 or 6 weeks with this guy. But we're here in Paris. So, you know, great time.
Ovviamente un grande risultato per la Repubblica di San Marino e per l'Italia, bandiera di San Marino, macchina italiana, grande team, Steven, Fabio, Roberto e Federico.
I accomplished something that was difficult to describe, and I'm grateful that we made it and that we pulled it off together.
Got the gold medal, so pretty proud about that, and great to be here.
We're happy we're here, we're happy we're arrived, but it's so sad to say bye to the group. We've been through the trenches together, and there's an undeniable bond that will forever stay.
This thing strips you down to whatever it is that's there is what you're made of.
I feel fantastic. I feel stronger than before having started it, and the most wonderful experience.
It is a long way to go. You think back 5 weeks to Beijing and it feels like 6 months ago.
The truck did it, 529,000 miles now, not one fault during the whole trip. Been absolutely amazing. Just got to drive it home now and start work with it next week.
Driving in with the police like the president. Now I'm spoiled. Every time I come to Paris, I want to have the same treatment, man.
There's a sort of a sadness that it's come to an end, because when you've done something like this for 35 days on the trot, you know, it becomes almost a daily culture, ritual expectation.
Amazing.
We had a great time. It was a fantastic trip. Great people, team effort for everyone around. Everybody would help each other out anytime, every day. It was great.
There are a number of people looking at that car, looked at that car in Beijing and said, they're never going to get 100 miles, let alone 15,000 kilometers.
And we're buddies. We've been friends day one.
Best of friends.
Absolutely.
Now,
we found engines, he fixed my electrics. I said we're like a team in 2 different cars.
been an epic event and really tough to put it all together. So just absolutely delighted to be here.
It's hard to describe. It's an ecstatic feeling. You just feel so happy. It's you know, we've just had the most fantastic time. Doing things like this is just what living's all about.
Australia, the Volvo 144. Round of applause on top. Okay, well, congratulations to you. Let's have a fake round of you all together. Our winners, ladies and gentlemen, are the passion class Australian winners. Woo!
We feel very happy, you know, just fantastic.
Glad it's over. Absolutely thrilled beyond belief about the result. But yeah, more than anything, just tired.
It is. I mean, they say it's an endurance event. It's an endurance event.